Fog Racing back again with another video, and today we're looking at the fallout for Las Vegas. Max Verstappen is a 4-time world champion, but Fernando Alonso says he can't wait till 2026 to take the fight to Max. Super Max. Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Bit of groundbreaking talk here for Fernando Alonso. He wants to take Max Verstappen's crown. Like, what is that all about? He wants to take Max Verstappen's crown 2026, and it's like, okay, right, what can he do with that though? And the question is, will he be good enough in 2026? I mean, I'm not too convinced, to be brutally honest. I mean, he could be good enough in 2026, but I mean, he'll be what, 44, 45. Obviously he's hinging on the whole Adrian Newey thing. And you know what, I think everyone deep down kind of loves Alonso, right? There's someone that got into F1, you know, the early to mid 2000s. We've seen Fernando Alonso go toe to toe with like prime Michael Schumacher. He is like the last guy remaining from, like, you know, like the V10s and that kind of era. But the reality is, for him, among other people, is that you can't go on forever. I mean, the guy's well into his 40s, Trips. The 2000s are a long time ago. It is unfortunate at the end of the day, and nothing's ever really going to change that, because, you know, time waits for no man. And it's like when there's a crazy race or a bit of rain, safety car, right? He's always one of those guys. I'm like, oh, it'd be great if Alonso got a result. And it's just, you know, it's just kind of always been the same though. It's like when back in the day, like I always want, like when Schumacher in 2012, I always wanted him to get like one more podium or something. Even like, you know, Jenson Button in his last year, it's like, oh, like what's him and Alonso going to do in the McLaren Honda? I guess it's just nostalgia in your childhood, but yeah, there's nothing more that I would love for Adrian Newey to build a car that would take Fernando Alonso. I mean, even within, like, you know, forget about the title, man. Even a car that could just challenge for race wins at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But it's a shame that in 2023, that's when they built an Aston Martin that was actually good. Because if they built that Aston Martin this season, you know, like, I know at the start they weren't too bad, but you could have had Alonso fighting for wins and all that good stuff. But reality is, you just didn't get that, to whatever reasons, because Aston Martin just aren't that good, and Red Bull were also very dominant in 2023. So it is skill. It is unfortunate from an Alonso perspective that he's literally spent like 75% of his career almost driving for cars that are just inferior to his skill level. Like, you look at 2001 Minardi, right? Everyone has to start off somewhere, but not good enough. I mean, to be fair, it's not like 03 and 04 were awful Renault cars, but they were like, you know, 4th, 5th fastest car, right? But they did have those lightning starts in 2004 and all that good stuff. Alright, 05, 2nd fastest car. 06, you know, they were rough. I'd say they were 2nd, just behind Ferrari, but it was close. 07, I mean, again, another close year with Ferrari, but, you know, McLaren fumbled the bag, man. How did one of their drivers not win the title? 08, obviously Renault wasn't that good. 09 definitely wasn't that good. I mean, the 5 seasons at Ferrari, never had the fastest car, and yet somehow nearly brought home 2 world titles. It's like, the guy, in terms of cars that can fight for world titles, he's had it about, what, 5 out of his 5 seasons in his entire career. It's crazy, to be honest, when you look at it. But, you know, there's always a flip side to that argument. You look at Max Verstappen, he's really only had a car that can fight for titles since 2021. And guess what, Trips? He's won every title since 2021. I mean, Lewis Hamilton, what years has he not won the title? He was expected to, like, with a car that could. I look at 2021, you know, there was a screw job involved there, but he could have won it. You know, 2016 with Rosberg, could have won it. I mean, Hamilton in 2010, in 2012, I mean, if Alonso can compete for the title those years, there's no reason why Hamilton couldn't. And then, like, 2007, he won it in 08, obviously, and that was obviously the earliest Hamilton's been in. So you can always spin a narrative, but the fact of the matter is this: Alonso has been quite unlucky with his driver moves. But here, sometimes you make your own moves, man. The guy was close to joining Red Bull in 2008 for the 2009 season. And if Alonso does that, I mean, we could be talking about a 7-time world champion, because you'd be adding on Vettel's titles, and also maybe if Alonso's driving the 09 Red Bull, they win that title instead of Button. It's all if buts maybes, folks, at the end of the day. But yeah, I think it will be sad when Fernando Alonso calls it a day. But at least for us, we've got another 2 seasons of the guy, which is always good. So yeah, what do you think? Could Alonso fight Verstappen? I think Alonso can fight Verstappen in 2026, but he's going to need a similar advantage probably to what the McLaren has had since, Miami over Red Bull. If it's equal, machinery and kind of similar, I just don't think Alonso at 45 is going to take it to a Verstappen in his prime. So yeah, guys, leave your thoughts down below. Nice wee video here talking about Fernando Alonso and Max Verstappen. Peace.